What's up, guys? It's John Reeves Live, and today we're going to be checking out Lara Fabian. This is a live performance of hers, and this was her in 2011. I'm excited about this one because this is actually going to be the last reaction that we do before we do our full album reaction that we're doing that's been put together by one of our viewers, and I'm really excited about checking this one out. Kev always has great suggestions and puts a lot of time into the actual translation of a lot of these, so thank you very much for that. Stoked about checking out this one and stoked about checking out the next one. It might exclusively be on Patreon is the reason I'm talking about this here. I'm not sure if we'll have it up on Patreon for our album reactions or if we'll have it up on YouTube, but either way, it will definitely be up on Patreon first. So if y'all want to check that out, there's a link to our Patreon in the description below. But in saying that, if y'all are new to my channel, smash that sub button and let's check this out together. Freaking boop, and then hit that play button. Boom.
Lead singer Maurice White. My hero, my mentor, and a true American treasure.
I love when people get that kind of grace and respect in front of their audience. That's got to be such an awesome moment for him, man. Oh, I love that so much. I love that. Way to start this off with an amazing
gentlemen,
feeling.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh my God, how did I not know that this Earth, Wind & Fire was on stage? I grew up listening to them. Boogie Wonderland, what?
I'm going to introduce you to someone that's going to blow your mind.
Can I just say this really quick before he says what we know he's going to say? I've said this in other reactions before. It's never going to surprise me anymore to find out who she sings with. That was a lie. Okay, it was a lie. It's going to surprise me every single time I ever hear who she sings with, because it's been Dimash, which is one of my favorite male vocalists. Everybody under the sun, anybody that I'm like, oh, I wonder if she sang with. She's probably sang with him. Ah.
Her voice I can only describe it as heavenly.
Ooh, great.
When she burst onto the scene,
Great example of the voice.
We couldn't believe what we were hearing. It was a voice like from another planet or something. She made her mark here, and then she conquered Europe, where she has lived for most of her life. I'm so fortunate to have lived in a world of great voices, but believe me, this voice is at the top of the heap of great voices.
Yeah.
And she is going to put her own mark on a song that I actually once produced for Josh Groban, and wait till you hear this woman sing. Please welcome Lara Fabian.
Wow, man, what an introduction that was. Amongst the people that are in that room, by the way, that's insane. That's awesome. And very worthy praise. She looks stunning, by the way.
Qui dove il mare luccica e dove tira forte il vento, su una vecchia terrazza davanti al golfo di Sorrento, un uomo abbraccia una ragazza dopo che aveva pianto, poi si schiarisce la voce e ricomincia il canto. Te voglio bene assai, ma tanto bene sai, è una catena ormai.
The control is insane.
Che scioglie il sangue di te bene sai.
You know, you see a lot of vocalists moving their microphones far away from their voice, bringing it closer to their voice and stuff like that. A lot of the times, it's actually used, in my opinion and in my experience, as a defense mechanism. As in, whenever you're projecting really high, but your voice is on the verge of cracking, like mine is right now. My voice is kind of shot a little bit. So if I'm trying to project really hard, I'm not going to be able to hit that. So for them to really be able to make it look appealing for them, a lot of the times a vocalist, especially if they're hitting these high power notes, they'll push away from the microphone, make the microphone really far away from them. That way it looks like they're just belting it out, but really they're just backing off. and really not projecting that hard. So you're not hearing them very high in the mix, but it looks very performative. So you're like, oh, okay, the singer's just pushing really hard. He's probably got the microphone too far away, but he's probably projecting like crazy. Reality, he's not. So for her, whenever she was hitting that really, really soft note, she got a little bit closer to the mic. It's a beautiful microphone, by the way. And so she's really got that, like the distance and her microphone placement down pat. And I love seeing it utilized like this because it's like an actual master of the craft legitimately using it in the ways that it needs to be used. And I guess the reason I'm bringing this up is recently went to a concert where I saw a metal band doing that, where they were holding the mic far away, but they were just not confident in these high notes that they were hitting. So they were pushing the microphone away. So I've seen the placement in a bad way, and I've personally done that before as well. Full disclosure, I've done that myself. So it's cool to see a professional actually doing it in the way it's meant to be done.
Vide le luci in mezzo al mare, le sole notti là in America. Erano solo le lampade, le bianche scie di un'elica. Senti il dolore nella musica, si alzò dal piano forte. Ma quando vidi uscire la luna dalla nuvola, gli sembrò più dolce anche la morte. Poi guardo negli occhi la ragazza, due occhi verdi come il mare. Poi all'improvviso uscì una lacrima e lui credette di affogare.
This is wild.
Se voglio
Woo.
bene assai, ma tanto bene sai, è una catena ormai che scioglie il sangue di te bene sai, e poi
Oh my God.
bene sai, ma tanto bene sai, è una catena ormai che scioglie il sangue
Oh God.
di te bene sai, di te bene sai.
That was beautiful. Oh my God. And then too, so I don't want it to cut off and go to the next video, but man, like the standing ovation most definitely deserved. That was so beautiful. The ending I want to go back to, but I wanted to show you guys this part really quick. This is like,
Ma tanto bene sai.
I think it's right here. This run right here that she's about to hit shows so much control because it starts off very brittle. And that meaning like, so, I don't know, like subtle, and it sounds like on the verge of cracking. There's like so much control here for her to be able to push through that. And there's like stages of how it goes from that brittleness to like this very powerful projection.
È una catena ormai.
I'm wanting to say it's like this whole run right here.
Scioglie il sangue di te bene sai.
That is my favorite placement of a microphone, by the way. I think it was actually back here a little bit before this, but I marked that for the microphone placement. But, and honestly, too, anytime with microphone placement, you'll see this. It's not very dramatic things that she's doing or anybody that's actually doing it legitimately. If they're doing it very cinematically, normally there's a reason for that. That it's not anything necessarily to do with it's going to blow your ears out or you need to hear this more closely. Like that right there is about the most that you'll be doing. See how like she's talking away from the microphone and then starts bringing it inwards whenever she's not projecting as hard. that's really the majority of what you're going to be doing with that type of stuff. But going back to here, where's this at? I think it's like back here. It's one of these before she... Yes, that. And you can even see it in her face right here. Like, she's very good at acting out and showing you the thing. So the first part of this note, it's almost like struggling to find that almost in a way, but not saying that she's struggling to find that note, but it's just that's what she's portraying in her voice. And then the way she ends that, it's so perfectly. So I love hearing like the dramatic dynamics between the starting and the ending of that. And it just has this like, maybe a question, maybe it's questioning something, maybe herself or the situation. And she also adds a vibrato to it right in the middle of this run too, which adds to that like waveriness or that frailty of it. And then the way she comes out very clear. And I like the stark contrast of that versus these belting notes towards the end in the same kind of melody. But it's just such a beautiful song, man. In my opinion, it's really hard for me to pin down which one I like better, the starting of it with the frailty or the ending of it with this power and projection. I don't know. You know what? Never mind. I love that note. The ending note is probably my favorite thing in the entire song. Such a good performance. And like I said, I mean, like, it's really cool to see somebody like her caliber, tackling a song as intricate as this, and really just being able to see the nuances of what she's doing with her voice. Because there's so many subtle things that she's doing there that you could spend like an entire month or year of your life studying how to do these things. And like the subtle vibratos that she's adding into this parts without like really overdoing it, not making them the star of that part right there, just accenting things. That's stuff that a lot of people, it takes a long time. And honestly, a lot of vocalists don't know how to do that. They do not know how to make the vibrato in a note not the main star of it, just accenting it a little bit, adding a little bit of that vibrato, not overdoing it. She does so many things, so many techniques just flawlessly in her execution. And it's so freaking cool to see a master like her working. So thank you very much for this one. Again, I'm very excited to be checking out this full album reaction that we've got that they've pieced together for us. I think it's actually, let's see here, I believe, yes, so it's Making Unregard 9. So it's that. That's what we're going to be checking out. It's about a 30-minute video, so I'm very excited to be checking that one out. And that will be up on Patreon probably the same time I upload this one on YouTube. So if y'all want to check that out, there's going to be a link in the description below. Hope you're having a blessed one. If you need anything at all, please message me. All of my socials are at John Reeves Live. Spread some positivity out there. Be kind to each other, and I will catch y'all later. Freaking toodles. Bye.